Welcome to Naked Real Estate, the barrier-free experience. My name is John Su. Today we have Kaleem Khan from Dominion Lending, Brico. He's going to tell us what are some normal expectations for timelines to get your deal fully approved so it's all said and done. So Kaleem, share with us, like what? Okay, I send you the offer, say on Monday, because we know nothing happens on the weekends, correct?
Right.
So I send the deal to you on Monday. When can I normally expect to say all conditions are met once my paperwork is all in?
Okay. So before you even get to that stage, have a mortgage broker or a mortgage specialist, what have you, whatever you're most comfortable with, in place. So what I mean by that is that they've got all your application ready to go. And an application ready to go, we're just waiting for an offer, waiting for the MLS or the listing for the property, and we're just waiting for that information. So
here's everything.
Yeah,
how long is it going to take?
Well, normally you're going to put a condition on there for what, 5 business days, 10 business days, something along those lines?
Usually I do for a week to 10 days is good.
Now, in reality, if you have all the paperwork, meaning all the conditions like predetermined, and you know exactly what's going to be needed to get this mortgage done, honestly, it could be anywhere from, I would say, 2 business days to 4. You could get everything waived by then. That's the quickest, but I mean, you also don't want to be pressuring everybody so much.
But that's the reality of the mortgage broker doesn't have anyone else to deal with because he's got other files, right? You're not the only client.
That's right, and as much as we'd love to work with one person doing lots of mortgages all the time, the reality is, of course, we all have different clients at the same time, and so realistically have that really good discussion with your mortgage broker, whatever they're asking for, the reason why. If you don't understand why they're asking certain things, ask. What the reason is. Why do I need to look at your notice of assessment, for example? Why do I need to make sure that your taxes are paid so far, or they are up to date with the government? Why do I need to look at those things? Why do we have to make sure that anything on your credit bureau that needs to be paid off is paid off? Why should you be within your credit? So all these little things that are needed, let's just deal with them, upfront. So by the time we get to a level where we just need your listing and we just need a contract which has been accepted, if we just need those 2 things and we've got the rest of it all ready to go, well, let's get let's get everything into the bank on the same day on a Monday. You gave it to me Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, I should be able to send everything to my lender or my bank. From there, within 24 hours, I should have some sort of approval or
an approval with conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a conditional approval.
Okay.
So once you get that conditional approval, I know exactly what those conditions look like. I review it with my client.
Yeah.
I send off whatever I've collected so far. Anything that additional that's needed, let's get that out of the way, because sometimes that can take 24 to 48 hours, depending on how busy the banks are and how busy the environment is.
So 24 to 48 hours to get a full unconditional approval if there's no other things like an appraisal that is required.
Right, and as long as I've got all the paperwork up front.
All the paperwork. So that's pretty quick. Like if you ask me, Kaleem's done some deals for me, I got approved the next day. Right? So I think the biggest thing is when your mortgage broker's not responding. What does that mean?
When they're not responding, could be many different things. Could be busy to begin with, but I mean, that's usually a poor excuse. Regardless of that, they should always be in touch with you. Your broker or your specialist should be in touch with you to let you know what's going on with it. Because, I mean, it's stressful to buy a home as it is. It's the largest investment you're ever going to make, or it's likely it'll be the largest investment you'll ever make in your lifetime, and that's what it is for most Canadians. So, they be with somebody that you trust, and be able to have that discussion. Maybe there's something needed that they're not comfortable discussing with you, and that's not a good thing. I mean, we always want to be upfront with our clients, and we want them to be upfront with us as well. And
from what I've noticed, when the mortgage broker is playing hide and seek, means there's problems that he don't want to talk to you about, and he's trying to figure out a solution. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not a mortgage broker. That's what I think.
At times,
right?
We definitely. Here's the thing: anybody that doesn't communicate well in any sort of business environment, there's issues.
It's troubleshooting.
They might be troubleshooting. They might be doing a whole bunch of different things, but always have a noble discussion, right? If they're busy, fine. Let's just go somewhere else. Where do we need to be? What's most important? Of course, your deal is.
I think one business day for a response is fair for a busy person or a not busy person. Yeah. 1 business day is fair. And another thing is, this is why I always stress, use your realtor's mortgage broker, because your realtor's mortgage broker will be honest and upfront with you and your realtor about what's really going on with the file. Where if, say, my client uses somebody else's mortgage broker that I don't know, sometimes they're kind of dodgy, and a lot of the times when I sense something's off, I'll actually call the mortgage broker out and I'll say, hey, no really, and then kind of call him out on his shit and say, I've been in the business long enough, you're not telling me something, what's up? And like I've even caught one time where a deal was submitted, and just to have the case go by easier, the mortgage broker missed a detail that I pulled out of him, and I said, no wonder why you're not getting financing. So then the mortgage broker is kind of trying to pick up after himself to repair the mistake. So that's why I think it's great that you can use your mortgage brokers or your realtor's mortgage broker, so that it's a straight line of communication and there's no hiding or avoidance. Because I've seen it done many times where the mortgage broker doesn't call back, and then you got to hound and call back. I've had even one deal where the mortgage broker didn't even bother calling back, and I actually had to call Kaleem to get the deal done because the client already released conditions on the home, and the guy who did the original mortgage said it was fully approved, but then didn't call us back for paper verification, which I was requesting for over a week. So yeah, that's awesome, Kaleem.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Yeah.